Hi guys, once again Pilot Steve, and today we're going to unveil the surprise airplane. So here we go. While I was in Spain for 82 days, I bought this plane sight unseen, had it flown here, put in my hangar, and so let's hope it is what it is. Get the doors open on these old hangars. There it is. See if you can guess what it is. There we go. There she is. Beautiful Lancair, an IO 550, and pretty nice avionics package. Let's get her opened up here. As you can see, it's ready to go. The original owner that I purchased it from flew it in for me all the way from Los Angeles. So it should be ready to go in good shape. And I've got an instructor lined up for this weekend. We'll spend 2 or 3 days in the airplane, getting familiar with everything, and I'll be good to go. See, it's fully retract, three-blade prop. This airplane should cruise in the altitudes that I fly around here, which is 9,000 to 11,000 usually. Should be able to do 210, 220 knots, true airspeed. And then low power, that would be burning Lena Peak probably 15, 16 gallons an hour. And for a long range cruise, probably bring it back to about 180 knots to get the fuel burn down to 12 gallons, somewhere in there. Holds 66 gallons with 63 usable, so the range is way up there. I can go any place that I normally fly the TTX, which is from here to Miami. I'm in Pensacola to Miami, or Dallas, or Austin, or up north, all the way to Oshkosh if I need to, probably. But I'll know more once I get in it and start going through all the avionics and systems, getting familiar with everything. And I'll take you along with me on the education, and if you have any questions, leave them below. Looking forward to the first flight, so stay tuned and I'll let you know what's happening. Well, hello guys, this is Pilot Steve on a hot day. I'm probably not looking too good as usual. But sitting in the plane, the new surprise plane, which, as you all know by now, is a Legacy, and Lancair Legacy with the high performance engine. It's an IO 520 Continental, and talked to the owner this morning and starting to go through some of the avionics. So I'll give you a look here as everything is lit up and ready to go. This has got the Garmin G3X, but it's the original G3X, which is the non-touch system, and they only came in these 7-inch vertical screens back then, which was not that long ago. They're nice. Garmin has been keeping the software up to date, so they pretty much do everything the touch does, except that they are not touch. You use the knobs to control everything. But you know, they've got the map, they've got what page is that, the waypoint page, gives you information about the airports and the frequencies and everything. And of course it's going to display weather. I'm in the hangar, so I'm not picking up a whole lot. And terrain, traffic, and XM if you want to listen to music. And then info page, which is I guess a lot of different things you can set. And then finally the engine detail page, which is nice to have. It's like it has fuel flow, electrical, turbine inlet temperature, cylinder head temperature, of course manifold, RPM, and oil pressure, which is all the basic things that you need. The backup suite is over here, traditional steam gauges, which are nice to have also. And then it's got the GTN 650, which is the WAS GPS with built-in common nav. And all that couples to a TrueTech autopilot, which I've never used before. It seems to come on. Let's see. There we go. So that's that. And it's got an old-fashioned CD player in it. Before the iPads came out, I guess, or iPhones. This is not that old of an airplane. It was finished in 2018. But I assume the owner probably took 4 or 5 years to build it, and then had pre-ordered some of the avionics before the newer stuff came out. It does have a nice angle of attack display. I like that. Of course, the G3X has angle of display built in, but with the external display, that's one less thing you have to take room up on the display for. Sounds like it's going to rain here soon. It's thundering pretty good. And then, of course, your engine controls, fuel selector, and that little deal right there is what they call the boost setting. In a traditional plane like my TTX, the IO 550 has a wastegate which automatically controls the manifold pressure. In this airplane, it's manual control. So you climb up until manifold pressure starts to drop, and then you can compensate it with the manual control. So you start out on the ground at 34 inches or so. Try to keep it that way all the way up. I don't fly much higher than 9 to 11,000, so probably won't be a whole lot of adjustment there. And that's it for the panel. Of course, you got your gear selector switch and the flaps, which are manual. Just look out and see where they're at. And it does have speed brakes somewhere here, which I haven't even found the switch for them yet. But you can see they're out on the wings. And you know what they say, good pilots don't need them, but they are a big help. It's nice to be able to deploy them and not have to touch the engine instruments to descend. Everything stays nice and warm and up to speed. So that's it. First flight will be this coming weekend. Today's Sunday, so hopefully Saturday and Sunday of next weekend we'll get it in the air, see how it does, and I'll glad to take you along for a ride with that. Any comments or questions, please let me know, and looking forward to our adventure together. Pilot Steve signing off.